Two simple ingredients from your kitchen and your neighborhood can unlock powerful magic for new beginnings, protection, and divine connection. Hello, my darlings, and welcome to a Thrifty Witchcraft video where I share simple ways to practice magic using ordinary, affordable ingredients you can find right in your own neighborhood. Let's do some magical crafting. Eggs represent pure potential and new beginnings in magical practice. When you hold an egg, you're literally holding the complete energy of creation within its shell. This makes eggs incredibly powerful for manifestation work and fresh starts. Fresh eggs work beautifully in cleansing and purification magic, where they absorb negative energy and spiritual heaviness right out of your space. The eggshell itself carries protective energy and acts as a natural barrier against harmful influences. You can crush eggshells and sprinkle them around your property to create a protective boundary, or add them to spell jars for growth and abundance magic. Their calcium-rich composition connects them to strength and foundation building, making them useful in spells focused on building something new in your life. Feathers carry the magical energy of air, flight, and divine connection. Each feather holds the power of the bird it came from, making it a natural bridge between the earthly and spiritual realms. Feathers represent freedom, protection, and messages from the spirit world. They amplify prayers and intentions, carrying your magical work upward on invisible currents. Black feathers offer protection and banishing energy, while white feathers bring purification and peace. Brown and earth-tone feathers ground you and connect you to natural cycles. You can use feathers to cleanse your sacred space by gently sweeping negative energy away from your altar or your room. They work beautifully in dream magic when placed under your pillow or hung near your bed, and they enhance divination practices when you use them to fan smoke from incense over your tarot cards or scrying tools. Both of these ingredients come from my book, A Witch's Guide to the Magical Properties of Ordinary Things, where I share the magical properties of common, accessible ingredients that you can find at your local grocery store, in your neighborhood, or tucked away in your kitchen cupboards right now. I created this guide because I believe that effective magic doesn't require expensive tools or rare ingredients. The magic lives in your intention and your connection to the natural world, not in how much you spend. Finding these magical materials is easy and affordable. Eggs are available in grocery stores and markets everywhere, and when you cook with them, you can save and wash the eggshells instead of throwing them away. Let them dry completely, then store them in a jar for your magical work. Feathers are everywhere if you know where to look. Search in your backyard, local parks, hiking trails, or even city sidewalks. Each feather that finds its way to you is exactly what your practice needs. You don't need rare or exotic specimens. A simple pigeon feather from the sidewalk carries just as much magical power as any fancy feather you might buy. To ensure that found feathers are free from disease like salmonella, influenza, or parasites, freeze them in a sealed plastic bag for at least 48 hours to kill insects. Then wash gently with warm water and a mild dish soap. A 50-50 mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water can also sanitize them without destroying their structure. Here's a simple and effective kitchen witchery recipe that harnesses the new beginning energy of eggs. From magical scrambled eggs that invite a fresh start to your day, crack 3 eggs into a bowl while focusing on what new opportunities you want to manifest. As you whisk the eggs, stir in a clockwise direction and speak your intentions for growth and positive change. Cook the eggs gently, continuing to visualize golden light infusing your breakfast with transformative energy. Add a pinch of fresh herbs like chives for protection or parsley for new beginnings. As you eat this magical meal, you're literally nourishing yourself with the energy of potential and welcoming new possibilities into your life. Those eggshells you've been saving can be formed into cascarilla powder, a traditional protective ingredient used in many folk magic practices. Simply bake your clean, dry eggshells in a low oven until they become brittle and easy to crush. I may have overbaked mine. Then grind them into a fine powder using a coffee grinder or a mortar and pestle. This white powder creates powerful protective barriers when sprinkled across doorways, windowsills, or around your property. You can also mix cascarilla powder with water to create a protective wash for floors and surfaces, or add it to spell jars and sachets for ongoing protection. The process of making your own cascarilla powder from used eggshells transforms ordinary cooking waste into a potent magical tool. I want to show you how to create a traditional witch's ladder incorporating feathers. This is a relatively new folk magic practice that combines the power of knot magic with the spiritual energy of feathers. Take 3 strands of cord or yarn and braid them together while knotting in feathers, beads, or herbs at regular intervals. As you tie each knot, focus on your magical intention. You could add colorful beads and charms to incorporate color magic and symbolism into your ladder. The feathers amplify your magic and carry your intentions skyward. Hang your finished ladder near a window or door, or coil it on your altar. This practice works for any intention, from protection to prosperity to healing. I'm creating my witch's ladder using 6 different feathers I've collected. As I tie each knot, I focus on my magical intention. For this ladder, I'm using a pigeon feather to bring the magic of urban life, peace found within chaos, messages from the spirit world, and the ability to find the sacred in the most ordinary of places. A duck feather for emotional balance and graceful adaptation through life's transitions. A goose feather for loyalty and protection during travel while keeping me connected to home. A raven feather for deep magic, transformation, mystery, prophecy, shadow work, and messages from the other world. A black rooster feather for fierce protection against negative energy and the courage to face any challenge. And a pheasant feather to attract prosperity and the confidence to stand in my authentic truth. The colorful beads I'm weaving in add layers of color magic and beauty to this protective charm. This witch's ladder becomes a complete tool that balances protection with abundance, courage with gentle care, and adaptability with devotion. I'll hang this ladder beside my front door where it will guard my home, welcome prosperity across my threshold, and remind me daily of the balanced magical energy I'm cultivating in my life and practice. You can find many more magical ideas in my book, A Witch's Guide to the Magical Properties of Ordinary Things. The book features 90 ordinary accessible ingredients with creative and beginner-friendly suggestions for using them in your personal practice. I've included traditional folk magic practices alongside modern techniques, all focused on helping you build a magical practice that's both effective and affordable. You'll find the link to the book in the description below, and I think you'll discover that some of the most powerful magic happens with the simplest ingredients. May your path be filled with the gentle protection of eggshells, the transformative power of eggs, and the divine messages carried on feathered wings.